You know they do that all the way across their face. That is halfway.
Quiet! Hurry up!
Okay.
Let Mr. Rogers calm down.
Here we go. I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of the day.
Do sign language.
Yes, okay.
I can't sign. It'd be like. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, go ahead.
You guys gotta get quiet.
I should have.
Ready?
Set. Go.
Sam, get out of
Hey, the setting of a story, man, is the best part of the story. It's the most important because if you don't have a setting, where's your story going to take place, man? You're just stuck in space. If you don't have a location or a time, there's nowhere for your story to take place. It's just nothing. But you can have a character in your story to tell you what is happening. They tell you whenever you start to read that you learn about you have this person and what they are doing. And when they get out there, they have emotions, they have feelings, they have actions that you learn about. And then whenever you read about it, then they change in the course of the story. And that's what makes a connection with you and the book.
TD!
But without the plot of a story, you have no story. If there's nothing to build up to, no event, there's no climax, there's no rising action, there's no resolution to your story. You need a story. You can have characters, you can have a setting, but if you don't have a story, you have nothing. You just have people standing around. That is why the plot is the most important part of this story. You need a story. If you don't have a story, you have nothing to read. That is the most important part. Hey! But the setting, again, if we don't have anything where our stories to take place, what are you supposed to have? Where are your people? They are going nowhere. They are doing nothing. There is no time. There is no space. There is nothing. They're just standing around. They're just talking to each other. You need the setting, man. You need the setting. But without the characters, you need to learn what is happening in the story. Because if you don't, there's nobody to tell you what is happening. You don't have a plot. You don't have anything if you don't have the characters.
Way to go,
The characters. You connect with them. You find out what they are like. You connect with these people. You find out that there is more to these people whenever you read about them. Their emotions and thoughts and feelings are the same exact ones you experience in your lives. You need to connect with them. That is the truest part of the story. When you have that connection, that is what makes the story the best part. When you and your character meet and you connect with them and you bond with them, that is when you have the best connection to a story. You can have these connections. I have connections. But if you don't have anything to build up with this plot, with the plot, this is when your characters talk to each other. This is where they learn where they are at. And then you go through the entire story. You build up until this one moment. The climax is the most important part of a story. And when you reach that moment, it's an unforgettable time because you realize that is the most important part. That is why you read a story. You want to be entertained. You want to have fun. You don't want to read about people. You don't want to read about places. You want to read about excitement. You want to read about adventure. You want to read about mystery. You want to read about murder. You want to read about fear. The plot of the story is when all of these come into place. Hey, that's all fun, man, but not without the setting again. If I don't have a setting, I don't have a place. There's nowhere for the story to happen, period. But the characters, You need a character in a story, because if you don't have anyone telling you the story, you don't have a plot. You don't even need a setting. If you don't have any people in the story, then there's nothing. You need the characters so you can have a story in the first place, and you don't have anybody to tell you what's going on.
Football.
The characters. Characters are the most important. You connect, and they tell the story.
The setting tells the story.
But the plot is the most important part. Because it is the story. The plot is your story. Without a story, you do not have a book.
Go back to the football coach.
Theme.
Go
End.
back to the football coach. You're late.
Why is that?